What a game. Honestly, what a game. Like, I'll be very honest, guys. I was actually settling for a draw. I didn't see us getting 3 points from this game because Newcastle United had a game plan. They really had a game plan, and I'll start with the first half of the game. You could tell in the first few minutes of the game, you could tell they had like two offsides and mostly from Josko Vardio's wing, and you could tell, okay, if we lose the ball, their transition will be very, very quick and it might cost us. Ederson had some, like, he made a mistake and that was due to the injury he had. But apart from that, in the first half, you can say in the first 26 minutes, we were controlling the game. We were doing everything right, giving the right passes, pressing them. We were actually pinning them. Basically, they couldn't come out to play in the first 26, 27 minutes. And what a lovely goal from Bernardo Silva. I really liked the way we were rotating basically, because at one point you see Dokul in the middle. Bernardo was playing like a free role in that first half. Then Alvarez will move to like Doku's position. So everything was going on well in the first half, and when we scored, you were okay. Now you expect maybe Newcastle United will come out to play. Basically, they had the game plan just to make it difficult for us. They were forcing us to go more of wide because they know they have big players that can like clear the ball. Like they have big guys in that defense line that could clear the ball. So they were basically forcing us to go wide and trying to block the middle. And when we scored, okay, I was expecting, of course, you're expecting a reaction from Newcastle United, and it's St. James Park. You know it's always going to be very, very difficult at St. James Park. Now, the goal they scored, it was their first attempt on goal. That was a lovely goal from Isak. Isak is, if you take away Erling Haaland and you talk of strikers that are, just take away Erling Haaland, you talk of strikers that are actually very good in the Premier League, he's up there. Just apart from Erling Haaland, to talk of good strikers in the Premier League, he's up there with the likes of Ollie Watkins. I even rate him and Alvarez on the same level. He's as good as Alvarez. Honestly, Isak is a very, very, very good striker. And the goal he scored, even if we had Ederson, I doubt he will save that ball. Ederson won't save that ball. He won't save the ball, honestly. It wasn't, Ederson won't save the ball. That was a very lovely goal from him. And you could tell Ortega, it seems he was dealing with, I don't know, maybe he didn't expect to start today. He didn't expect to start. So you could tell maybe he wasn't really that confident when he first came in. So he was struggling like a bit, basically. But despite that, that goal from Isak was very, very good. It was a very, very, very good game. Good goal, rather. Isak, lovely goal. And Gordon's goal as well. A mistake from Kylie Walker. First of all, Kylie Walker should have been able to defend that. I don't know why he did that. He didn't really, like, guard the protect, like make himself big enough. Usually Kylie Walker you see him, sometimes he puts his hand behind and he puts his body and is able to block those kind of shots. But in this situation, I don't know what Kylie Walker did. You could tell he was actually even removing his body for the ball to curve in, per se. But despite that, that was a lovely goal from Isak. And the same thing happened again. Anthony Gordon. Walker, same mistake again from him. Walker in the first half wasn't at his best. He really, really wasn't at his best in that first half. Those two goals were basically his fault. The first two goals, like the two goals Newcastle United scored, were Walker's fault. And when they scored, you could tell it would be very, very difficult for us. It would be very, very difficult. And you can tell it was a game of two halves. In that first half, we had some moments and they had some moments. So in the first 26 minutes, we had moments, and after that, when they scored, they controlled the game. They were like, their transition was good. Josko Vadio was struggling. Doku was losing the ball. Honestly, Doku was losing the ball. Doku didn't really have his best game today. In the second half, Newcastle United didn't really do much in that second half because I was expecting that, because in that first half they were actually pressing very well. They were defending well, pressing with high intensity. So you could tell there'll be a level of energy like that will drop. They won't be able to press like that. So we controlled that second half, like we actually dominated that second half because we were just passing the ball, trying to like unlock that back line, and they were just doing the same thing. They were basically doing the same thing they did in the first half, trying to just stop us from going through the middle. Like they were playing like in a 4-5-1. That was like their defensive shape without the ball. And nice substitution from Pep. I was expecting him to take out Doku to bring in Jack Grealish, but he allowed. I think I can't. Maybe he took out. Yeah, I was expecting him to take out Doku to bring in Jack Grealish, but he didn't bring in Jack Grealish. He brought in Oscar Bob. Then he made this change. I didn't even see him taking out Bernardo Silva. Honestly, I was expecting him to take out Kovacic instead of Bernardo Silva, but he brought out Kevin. He brought in Kevin De Bruyne, and that's when everything changed. Kevin De Bruyne actually saved the day. Him and Oscar Bob today, they saved the day. You could tell the difference because when we were going wide, Walker's crosses were not actually going well. Like they were not getting into any City player, basically. Walker was actually, second half, he started playing better. But when Kevin De Bruyne came and he was making those overlapping runs, you could tell when he crosses the ball. And I think he was very smart to know that he can't make an up cross. He did very once, but majority of the time it was more on the ground because he knows these guys are big and they will head the ball out. So it was more on the ground, trying to find the players, like our players in the middle. And that was Kevin De Bruyne was doing. He was putting the ball. The goal he scored, lovely goal. For him to put that ball in between the guy's leg to score the goal. Lovely goal, and the assist to Oscar Bob. Honestly, that was just from that distance. The ability to find Oscar Bob and the finishing from Oscar Bob, honestly, was just too good. Honestly, too good. Man of the match has to be Kevin De Bruyne. 1 goal, 1 assist. Like, is a way, like, there's no other way to just announce yourself that you're back. I don't know where, like, this guy, I don't think there's anything Kevin De Bruyne has to prove to anybody in the Premier League, honestly. If you want to talk about the best of the best of the best Premier League midfielders, he's already in that conversation. So today shouldn't be before today, I feel Kevin De Bruyne was already in that conversation even before today. So today's game shouldn't be a situation whereby people will be like, oh, this is the reason why he should be in that. No, before today, Kevin De Bruyne has already cemented his name there with the likes of Vieira, Roy King, Paul Scholes, Lampard. He has already cemented his name there. So even before today's game, but today it was game-changing from him. Game-changing from him. We actually miss Haaland. Today we miss Haaland. We actually miss Haaland because in that situation whereby they were forcing us wide, if we were playing those balls up, like crossing it up, maybe we'll get a dead ball and we'll get a shot. You can tell Rodri, never a bad game. Rodri, never a bad game. That guy, every day, every game he plays with his heart. Never a bad game. Shout out to Newcastle goalkeeper. That guy actually kept them. He actually tried. Newcastle goalkeeper tried. Bruno Guimaraes, the guy played well. He actually played well. I felt Newcastle United, their midfield, we dominated them in that midfield aspect. Losing Joe Linton affected them, but they played well. They played well. Amaron was causing Josko Vardiol problems on that wing. He was actually causing Josko Vardiol problem. But apart from that, it was just that champion mentality. You just have to grind out the 3 points because we could afford to drop points. That's the truth. We could afford to drop points. The way the league is right now, a draw is very bad. The way the league table is right now, because everyone is close to each other. So we couldn't afford to drop points today. And Kevin De Bruyne just changed the game. Pep Guardiola made very good subs. Those subs, bringing in Kevin De Bruyne and Oscar Bob, actually changed the game. Like Kevin De Bruyne, he has been out for long, and the last game we played, he gave an assist. I think it was to Doku. Doku scored the goal. Today again, he gave an assist and he scored the goal. So introducing him to games slowly will be good. I'm sure Pep is trying to give him game minutes, and after today's game, they'll be off. They'll be traveling, like I think to Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi, and they'll chill like for almost a week to recover. No winter, to be sun, and they will come back with a very good mindset. And this is very, very good for the team. The way, like winning this game and just going off, knowing that you have the 3 points and you're coming back with a very fresh and you're coming back good is very good. Today, Doku didn't really have his best game. He was losing the ball. He didn't play well. I can understand. He's just coming back from injury. It's not his fault. He needs some game time to actually adapt. It wasn't really a problem. basically today he didn't cause much of a problem. Who again? Josko Vardiol struggled. Kyle Walker actually wasn't his best game in the first half, but in the second half he actually did well. He was much better. Phil Foden, of course, playing well. Phil Foden, irrespective of the fact that he did well. Phil Foden did well. Those his twist and turn. The way that guy turns, like the way he turns, Phil Foden played well today. Kovacic for me was okay. I personally, I don't like the Kovacic Rodri midfield combination. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel safe when they play. I feel more comfortable when it's like a John Stones, Rodri, rather than a Kovacic and Rodri. But apart from that, shout out to the boys. It's just sad Ederson is out. I think it's more of like an injury. It's not like a knee injury. I saw a picture. It's like like a cut from his skin per se. He just had a little cut on his skin, and basically that would just take maybe a few days for him to recover. It's not like maybe he twisted his knee or he had an ACL. From the picture I saw, it's just like a cut on his skin. But apart from that, I like the fact that we showed a champion mindset, and this is a massive, massive win for us. And shout out to Kevin De Bruyne. Like, thank you. I can just say thank you, Kevin De Bruyne. Honestly, thank you, Kevin De Bruyne. And that's it for me, guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. And I just want to say something, guys. I don't know. I'll be showing the AFCON. Like, I'll be talking about the AFCON games, especially when Nigerian plays. And sometimes in my class with the Premier League. So I might be going live for the Premier League games, then maybe just do a video review reaction like in regards to AFCON. But we'll see what happens. But that's it. If you're a Man City fan, we had to grind it out. Honestly, we had to grind the result out because Newcastle were actually frustrating us. They actually frustrated us, but that's what you do when you have that champion mindset. And massive 3 points for us, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.